Hey, what is going on everyone? This is iReviews. In this video, I will do a roundup of all the new features of iOS 10. So in this video, I will show you the top 50 features of iOS 10. Emojis on the iMessage app on iOS 10 are much bigger. So when you type an emoji, you can see right here it will be 3 times bigger than the normal size of the emoji. On iOS 10 now you can delete stock apps. This is a feature which has been requested for a long time now, and now you can do it. It's as simple as deleting any other app. You can go ahead and delete stock apps that you don't use. On the new control center in iOS 10, when you go to the media controls, here we'll have a tab where you can tap to continue playing music. So here is the last app that I used to play music, SoundCloud. If I tap here, it will open that app so I can continue listening to music. The control center on iOS 10 has been completely redesigned and now it looks much better. It also has pages. Now here you have all the toggles, and if you swipe here, you have the music controls. Changes have been made also on the lock screen. Now if you slide on the lock screen, you can go to your widgets or to your camera, and to unlock it, all you have to do is just tap the home button, no more slide to unlock. On iOS 10, when you get a message, you can tap and hold that message, and you can go ahead and react to that message. As you can see right here, you have different signs which you can add to that message. iMessages now supports rich links, which means that if someone sends you a link, like this link right here, you can go ahead and play it right here on the Messages app. You don't need to open the link in Safari. As you can see, you can play it directly from here. Another cool new feature of Messages on iOS 10 is the bubble effects. So now you can add different effects to the bubbles on iMessages. You just tap and hold the arrow right here, and you can see here you have different effects which you can add to the bubbles on your iMessages app. Next is a cool feature of iMessages which allows you to turn words into emojis. So all you have to do is, for example, if you're writing a message, then you tap the emoji button here, it will highlight all the words that you can replace with emojis. Then you just tap on the word, and as you can see now, it will offer me to replace this word happy with any of these emojis. On iOS 10, the iMessages app has seen a lot of improvements, and now you can send messages with full screen animations. So all you have to do is just tap here to write a message, and then just tap and hold the arrow, and then here you have screen. If you go here, you can pick between different screens that you want to use to send that message, which is pretty awesome. You can see here some cool animations. iOS 10 has also a new way to launch the camera from the lock screen. So you don't swipe from the bottom, but if you want to launch the camera, you just swipe here from the right to the left, and then it will launch the camera. On iOS 10, if you swipe from the left side to the right on your lock screen, it will take you to your widgets. So here you will have a search bar, the clock and the date, and then here you have all the widgets which you can interact with from the lock screen of your device. On iOS 9, if you swipe from the left to the right on your home screen, you would go to your Spotlight search. But now here you will have the today's view on iOS 10. When you swipe from the left to the right here, you will have all your widgets here, all your calendars and events, and also you can also use it as a Spotlight search. Just tap on the search bar right here and you can search for anything on your device. On iOS 10, the camera button has been replaced from the top here to the bottom, the button which allows us to switch from the front to the face. On iOS 10 now you can easily switch between the front and the rear camera. You know, the button used to be up here and now it's down here, and you can easily reach it with one finger and switch between cameras. On iOS 10 you can go to settings, to general, then to accessibility, and then go to display accommodations. If you go here, you can enable color filters. Just enable them right here, and then here you can choose different filters and apply them to your device. Another feature that Apple didn't mention on their keynote, because it's a pretty small feature, is the new sound of the keyboard. As you can hear, the clicks on the keyboard are way softer. It has a softer sound I don't know if you can hear from the microphone, it has changed the sound of the clicks on the keyboard. On iOS 10 now you can mark up photos. All you have to do is just open the Photos app, click the edit here on the photo, then click here, the dots right here, and then here you have markup. As you can see here, you can mark up any of your pictures. Just click here to choose the color. This is pretty awesome. The Clock app on iOS 10 has also been completely redesigned. As you can see now, it features a dark theme which looks very awesome, and also now it has a new tab, a new feature called Bedtime. Folders on iOS 10 now have a new view. As you can see, when you open a folder, it will completely blur out the complete screen and it looks pretty awesome. It has a nice blur and vibrant colors. It looks very good, way better than the folders on iOS 9. On iOS 10 you don't have widgets on your notification center, but if you're on an app, you're using an app and you open the notification center, then you can swipe here to go to your widgets. This is a pretty cool feature, so you can use any of your widgets while you're working on an app. The Albums view has also changed on the Photos app on iOS 10. Now we have a grid view for all the albums instead of the list view. A new big feature on iOS 10 is also the new Music app. So Apple has completely redesigned it, and now you can see it has this big bold text. It's pretty awesome. So you have here the library, which is the first page that it will open to when you open the Music app. Then here you have For You, you have here the radio, you have the browse, and also you have search here where you can search Apple Music. The Clock app has also seen a major overhaul. It also now has a new feature called Bedtime, which helps you sleep better. So you can see here, you can set the time when you go to bed and when you want to wake up, and you can set it for all the days of the week, and it will set the same alarm every day of the week. The Notification Center on iOS 10 now allows users to easily clear all the notifications that they have on the Notification Center with one button. Just clear all here and it will clear all the notifications. On iOS 10 also the contacts have new cards. So you can see this is a card of the contact. So you have the picture here, and here you have all the ways that you can contact this contact. It's pretty awesome and it looks much nicer and much cleaner than the previous one. On iOS 10, Apple has also introduced a new app called Home. So this app will help you control all the smart accessories that you have on your home. You can control all of them directly here from this app called Home, and this is the new icon of this app. One of the apps that got a new fresh design on iOS 10 is also the Maps app. So it has been completely redesigned, so you can see this much nicer interface here when you change between modes. Pretty awesome. And you can see when you go to satellite mode, it will enter this dark mode, which looks pretty cool. When you want to send someone a picture with iMessages, when you tap the camera button, you can see here, you will see a live view of your camera directly here on the keyboard. You will have a live view of your camera and you can see what's in front of you and take a picture from here. Another app that got redesigned on iOS 10 is the News app. Starting from the icon of the app, as you can see it right here, it has been completely redesigned, and also the app, the UI of the app has been redesigned, and now it's a completely new app. Another big update on iOS 10 is Siri. Siri is much better, and now it can also work with third-party apps, which is pretty awesome and it will be very useful. The Messages app on iOS 10 also allows you to send handwritten messages, which is pretty cool. All you have to do is just tap this button right here, and then you can draw any messages that you want here, pick any color and draw a message, which is pretty cool. The music controls on the control center have also been redesigned, so you won't have the music controls in the middle of the control center, but you will have to swipe from the right to the left on the control center to go to the media controls. As you can see here, you will have a full page for the media controls in the control center. The Categories tab is back on the App Store on iOS 10. So you will have the Categories tab right here. If you go here, you will have 3 popular categories. So you have games, photos and videos and entertainment, and then down here you have all the other categories. On iOS 10, Apple has also introduced a new back button, which is the button that allows you to go back to an app when you open a link. You can see now it has been redesigned. On iOS 10, you can now easily filter your emails. All you have to do is just tap this button right here and then just go here and choose the way you want to filter your emails. Very easy to use and pretty useful. In the iMessage app, if you want to quickly send a handwritten message, all you have to do is just turn to the landscape mode and you can type any message you want with your hand and you can send it from here. Just click done and you're good to go. If you go to settings on iOS 10 and you go to photos and camera, you can enable show holiday events in memories, which means that it will create memories based on the holiday events of your country. On iOS 10, you can go to settings, go to general, then go to accessibility, and when you go to LED flash for alerts, here you can choose whether you want to use the LED flash for alerts or you can just use the LED flash when your iPhone is on silent mode. On iOS 10, when your device is locked on the lock screen, it will show a lock button on the status bar. As you can see here, this will only show when you have your device locked with the passcode on iOS 10. On iOS 10, if you go to settings and go to accessibility, you can enable a magnifier. Turn it on and then you can enable it by triple tapping the home button. And you can see now this magnifier will show up and you can magnify things. Pretty cool. And you just tap the home button to dismiss it. On the new iOS 10 in the iMessage app, you will have a picture of the conversation that you're talking to right here at the top of the conversation, as you can see it right here. The notification sender on iOS 10 also has a few changes. As you can see now, you will have a clean looking notification sender, and all you have here is a search bar which you can use to search for anything on your device, which means that you can use your notification sender also as a spotlight search. Another change on iOS 10 is the new animation when you open and close apps. If you take a quick look, you can see that the animation is not the same as on previous iOS versions. It has changed and now is much smoother. The Health app has also been redesigned on iOS 10, which is a thing that Apple didn't mention on their keynote. As you can see, when you open the Health app, now looks much better. It has a nice fresh look. It looks pretty cool and I really like this more than the old Health app. A very cool hidden feature of iOS 10 is the new stopwatch. So you can see it looks very cool. Pretty awesome stopwatch. Now you can change to the old one, but this is way cooler. Another pretty cool feature of iOS 10 is that if you want to set a passcode and you choose a simple passcode like 1234, you can see it will tell you that this is a passcode which is commonly used and someone will easily guess it. So you have to take another passcode. You can choose this passcode, but it offers you to choose a better passcode for your device. On iOS 10, you can take a picture without stopping your music. On previous iOS versions, when you open the camera app, it will stop the now playing music, but on iOS 10 it won't. You can take a picture and still listen to your music. The Mail app on iOS 10 makes it easier for you to search for emails by suggesting you a few searches. So when you tap the search button on the Mail app, it will show you some suggested searches and you can go ahead and do a quick search directly from here without even typing anything. iOS 10 allows you to free up memory by deleting music that you haven't listened to in a while. So you go to settings, you go to music, and then here you have optimize storage, enable it, and here you can choose how much music you want to delete from your device. You can also enable color tint on the same settings. Just go to general, go to accessibility, then go to display accommodations, go to color filters and enable it right here. Then when you go here to color tint, you can see you can change the color tint of the screen and you can apply different colors as the tint of the screen of your device. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For more videos, please make sure you subscribe. Also go ahead and follow me on my social media. You will find the links in the description of this video.